Brought to you by Sasquatch Afterbirth.
What the hell is even that?
Thank you guys for being here. Oh, shucks, more troll contributions are coming in. However, will I ever survive and make it? Oh, no!
What the fuck is this?
So, good morning, everybody. Bane of Society, how you doing? How are you all? Welcome back. Yesterday was a great day. After my 2 days off, I had a great return day yesterday. We made great progress in Pokemon Fire Red, and I tried out Vampire Crawlers, and I love it. Like, I think Vampire Crawlers is great. It's basically very similar to Slay the Spire 2, except it's gothic horror, which is right up my alley, that kind of like Castlevania-esque tone and music and everything.
I don't give a fuck.
I'll be as dumb, embarrassing, and selfish as I could possibly be. So this person asks, they said, you know, I know that you keep your personal life very private. I respect that. Would you ever consider making pre-recorded content outside? For example, DSP tries it. That's not live. Here's the thing. I have the equipment to do it. I actually got it back around Christmas time to show you. It's still sitting right next to me. I got this recording stick. You know, it used to be called selfie stick, but now so many people do these videos with their phones and everything that it's not even called a selfie stick anymore. So it hold your phone, okay? And basically you can use it to just, you know, record yourself or...
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
I even bought the Rode mics that are the wireless mics that sync with your phone, okay? So I have all the equipment if I want to do that style of content. And the truth is that I would probably like to start doing that style of content eventually. If I were to do it, no one would know about it. And what I mean by that is I'd be smart about it. I wouldn't announce it. I wouldn't tell anyone I'm going to make it. All right. I would just do it, you know, on my day off or behind the scenes or whatever. And then I would just present it to you as an on-demand video to watch. It would not be a live stream thing. I would never do IRL live streaming. I am smarter than that. It just causes problems. It just makes people try to harass you. You know, the moment that I did IRL streaming, immediately people would find out where I am and start calling the police and do messed up stuff. I'm not dumb. So, would I consider doing this kind of stuff? Yes, but it has to get to a point where basically I have the opportunity to do it. Like, for example, this year, there's been a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. In addition, we've been doing a lot of stuff that we've been trying to update the house and stuff. So it's like, if I had nothing to do, right? If I wasn't busy, then maybe I would say, oh, on a day off, my wife and I will go out and we'll go on a walking tour of something and we'll record it. And then I'll upload it as a video and do it as a test and see if people like the video, right? Or maybe we would go somewhere we don't usually go, do a walking tour, and then actually go to a restaurant and do an IRL review. And we can get a few videos out of it for a variety of content, right? But here's the truth. We've been super busy. This year, we've been cleaning out the house. Then we went furniture shopping. Now we're actually trying to get a room set up in the house. After that, we're going to start working on a home gym. So we're busy. We're doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we already have personal stuff going on. So I would consider doing it for sure. And I think that it would be interesting content. But I just haven't had opportunity to really work on it yet. You know, I only usually have 1 day off a week. And when I do, half of that day is errands that already are established. Like, oh, I got to go grocery shopping and doing this and doing that and any appointments and everything I have to try to cram in. So I would love to try to do this stuff when I get time. And the problem for now is time. Like, I've been saying this more and more. Time is literally the most important asset as you get older, because you find yourself getting pulled into so many different directions and so many things you're responsible for and so many, you know what I mean? If I had more time, I'd be doing double the content. No exaggeration. I'd be doing that kind of content. I'd be streaming more games. I'd be doing other things. I don't have the time. I'm one person. So I do the best with the time that I have, right?
I smell bullshit.
How far are we into house renovations? So, like I said, we have several rooms that basically were not being used and were cluttered up. All right. Much earlier this year, we had a haul away. What that means is a group of people came in here with a giant truck and we had them haul away a ridiculous amount of junk out of the house that we don't need anymore. It was including old furniture, just clutter, trash, you know, junk. And so when they did that, they literally cleared out 3 rooms. The room across the hallway from me, which is a spare bedroom, the nook, which is the giant kind of storage area slash almost like office slash exercise room, whatever you want to call it, because this is a giant empty room that's off of our master bedroom, and our garage. Okay, so the first thing we did is we cleaned out the garage a bit. We didn't get to fully clean it because it was too cold. Now it's getting warmer, and we want to power wash the garage from top to bottom and see what we can do with it. The problem is the garage is not insulated, so therefore in the summer it's insanely hot, and in the winter it's very cold. So it's not like we could do that much with it, but we talked about using the space for various different things, all right? Then we want to use the other 2 rooms that I just talked about for various purposes. The room across the hall has sat there unused for over a decade. Like, it just sits there. So we actually are redoing that room. We actually bought some furniture for it that's already been delivered, and we're setting it up basically to be a room that's a usable room for relaxation, for just, you know, whatever. So that's what we're working on right now. We're actually in the process of that. We have certain things arriving. We have things being set up. So that's what we're working on right now. Then when that's finally done, which I don't know how long that's going to take, then we're going to work on the other area, which is probably going to become our exercise room, where I'm going to try to get an exercise machine. I'm going to figure out how to set it up so that we can work out and basically do it easily. Because right now, all I have is a crappy weight bench and 2 dumbbells, which I've already maxed out the weight on. So all I can just do is more exercises with that amount of weight. And I'm very limited with what I can do. I want a bench where I could do more exercises. I could work out more muscle groups. I could do it with more weight. It's safer rather than me using free weights. It's a safe environment where I can't hurt myself on this machine. So we're working on that. All right, that's the kind of stuff that we're working on right now. And some people say dumb stuff like, well, why aren't you completely renovating your kitchen? And why aren't you completely redoing your bathroom? Because that's expensive. To redo a kitchen is probably tens of thousands of dollars. To redo a bathroom, probably the same, because we'd have to tear out a shower that's all messed up and everything. That stuff's for further down the line. That stuff's for if interest rates drop, right? If my credit goes up, which it should, because now I'm 6 years removed from a bankruptcy. Another 7, if you wait 7 to 10 years, your credit gets better after bankruptcy. So I'm right on the cusp of that happening, that I could possibly do something with my home equity or something. I could maybe start renovating parts of the house that are screwed up, but I'd be dumb to do it now.
Right.
The clean out was part 1. Now it's slowly making each room usable. Okay. And that's what we're doing right now. It's a slow process, but that's what I mean. Like, if we weren't doing any of that, then probably on my days off, I'd be like, oh, let's go out and do stuff. But we're busy. Like, every day's like, oh, we're out, we're furniture shopping. Okay, now today we're building something for the room. Now we're cleaning. Now we're decorating. Now we're doing this. It's all my time. It's all taken, And it gets stressful. It gets tiring. Like, I just had 2 days off, and they were great days off. Don't get me wrong. But man, they were tiring days. They had a lot going on, a lot of stressful stuff.
Oh, but baby.
Do I have any personal or business goals I want to achieve this year? Like you're trying to eat better, says Layla the Witch. For me, this year, I want to continue doing fresh new stuff and improvements. Like, the thing is, we were talking about this earlier this year. Equipment-wise and recording-wise, I think I've improved as much as I possibly could. Like, the only other thing I could possibly do is 4K. But how many people realistically want 4K footage? How many people watch video games in 4K and streams in 4K? Probably not that many. Most people aren't going to watch 4K on their phone, and that's where most people watch stuff. So that's it. That's like my only limitation is 4K. Everything else, I'm up to 1440p everywhere I work. My gameplay looks absolutely outstanding. My vlogging and quality here is great. My light, everything. Like, I've improved this studio to the point where I'm pretty much at the limit of what I can do with that, right? So, what we talked about was what else could I do? And, yes, the IRL stuff with, this is kind of one idea that we could do. All right. But, realistically, I think the next logical step was to start doing the edited content, which is working. By the way, I do want to say thank you guys, because overnight, over 10,000 views on the review of Crimson Desert now on DSP Gaming, and still climbing. What happened was, last night I posted up, on my socials and on the community post here on YouTube. I said, hey, we are like a few hundred views away from hitting 10,000 on the Crimson Desert review. Let's get to 10,000. And some people hyped the video. If you don't know, hyping is when you have these points saved up. It's doing good for an edited video. And I think that's the future is maybe once a week, figuring out what was the hot thing that I did that week. Was it a new game that I played? Is it a review that I'm doing of a game? Was there drama that I covered and talked about? Was there a hot gaming news story that I gave a take on? But whatever it is, figure that out, right? Figure out what is that I'm doing that is, clip worthy / highlight worthy, and putting out a high end video of that every week. And I think what will happen is slowly people will start to come to DSP Gaming not for raw gameplay and streams every day, but instead for those takes.
I doubt it.
Once a week, come by and check out my hot new video that, highly edited, high quality stuff. Because right now, I am definitely overspending on these videos. Not one of the videos that I've edited yet, because there was the Street Fighter video when I quit Street Fighter 6. There was the highlights of Pragmata, the highlights of Mouse PI for Hire, the drama video between Quartering and Kino Casino, and now this Crimson Desert review. So 5 videos. Out of the 5, 0 have made profit. 0. They all are a loss for me. Okay? But that's okay. The idea is to start getting people to check out the channel for this kind of video. And for the record, I just checked the analytics on the Crimson Desert review this morning. And keep in mind, that video has only been out for 3 days, not even. I think it's 3 days as of tonight. Or maybe it's 3 days as of yesterday. It's 4 days as of tonight. I think it's 4 days as of tonight. I'm not kidding you when I say out of the 10,000 or so views it has, 6,000 came from YouTube related search and recommendations. 60% of the views on that video came through YouTube recommending my channel. That's huge. Now, do you see the points that I've been making all the time about how YouTube works and how bogus it is? So I want you to think about this. I'm an 18-year-old channel. I'm a staple of gaming on YouTube that never went away. I've been consistently putting out gameplay and streams every day. But simply because YouTube wants to push a certain style of video, none of my gameplay videos or my streams ever show up in recommended. But I put out a video that's highly edited, the right sweet spot for length, has the thumbnail, has the catchy title, right? Is edited. All of a sudden, that video hits the algorithm and gets recommended to 6,000 people that normally wouldn't have seen my content. So when you say, gee, I wonder why Phil's detractors get more views than him, it's because they don't do the content I do. They do the YouTube algorithm content. They literally create those videos that the algorithm recommends. They game the system.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid.
That's why their videos get recommended before the raw content that I create.
Fuck, it's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
Simply put, if I wasn't creating raw streams and individual videos like I've been doing for 18 years, and instead I only started putting out highlight clips like that, my channel would also blow up. It would, seriously. But I don't want to do that because I have a fan base of people who've watched me for 18 years, who like the live streams, who like the on-demand videos the way they are. I'm not going to abandon the people that have kept me afloat for almost 20 years.
They'll never know what you sacrificed for them.
Simply because YouTube likes to change things. Okay? I think it's messed up that YouTube on a whim can just change how their business operates, and it screws creators over who've been busting their ass for so long. There is your obvious evidence of it. A video I put out, it's exactly the formula that YouTube wants, and it hits the algorithm, and I get tons of views on it within 3 days. It's all it takes. I didn't do the raw streams or whatever. I just pumped out those videos. Let's say I made one of those every 2 days. The channel would probably get more views than it gets now overall. Because if each video is getting 5,000 to 10,000 views, and I put 3 or 4 of those out a week, I'd probably get more views on the channel than I'm making right now. Because right now the channel gets around 500K views a month. Probably just pumping out that style of video, it would get more. The channel would be more recommended to more people just putting out that style of video. So that's what I mean. My goal for this year I want to stay the course and keep doing what I love, but I also need to start making the kind of content that's going to get the channel noticed again. Within a week of me doing it, it's working. Like literally within a week of me doing it, the videos are recommended. 60% of the views on my video came from the YouTube recommendation system just because I played the game. So I got to keep it going. All right. But it's going to be a pricey endeavor. You know, these videos don't come cheap because they're well made. They're expensive, but I'm going to keep pushing forward and hopefully this will work out.
Great story. Compelling and rich.
No, see, that is true. Super Bonchon says, we need a better camera than Dale Wilson. Well, LTG, here we go again. He claims he has an insanely high-end camera, right? And he's shown the stats. It's like $1,000 digital camera. His camera looks like shit. His entire setup looks like ass because he has no idea how to use it. He didn't research it. He just fucking bought it and plugged it in and thinks that it looks good. It looks worse than my camera. Like, no exaggeration. Look at the colors in my room. Look how it pops and everything. This is better. My setup is better than fucking his. And mine's like a $200 webcam, and he's like $1,000 digital camera, and my setup is better. It's fucking hilarious. It just goes to show it doesn't matter how much money you throw around. You actually have to have intelligence and effort, too. And that's really where he's lacking. Oh, did I take the allergy pill today? No, I didn't, but I didn't go outside yet. When I go on my break, that's when I go outside, and that's when the allergies hit. So I will take an allergy pill when I go on my break because I'm going to come back probably completely inflamed from allergies. That's a good call. Thank you. Bosnian Hog Hunter says, that Crimson Desert video is great. I'm glad to see edited content getting results. And it has. Like I said, 10,500 views and climbing. I doubt it's going to get more than that. Like I would say maybe when it's completely done, it'll top out at like 11, maybe 12,000 views. I'm happy with that. If I can consistently get a video a week getting that many views, that will get more people watching the channel. That will get the channel in the algorithm again. That's what I need. Well, thank you. Big Beans Only says your consistency is unmatched, Phil. I appreciate that. If anything, you know, people can say, well, he sucks at games. All right, fine. Well, he's not a great podcaster. All right, fine. But can you ever question my consistency? I'm here all the time, pumping out the content. That I promise. There's a rare time when I'm not here, right? It's very rare that I'm not here. I don't take breaks. You know what I mean? I'm not, we're coming back from break. We're going to stream twice this week. What? The fuck? We were waiting for you to come back. You're coming back for 2 streams, and then when you coming back again? What the fuck's your problem? Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm here all the time. Yeah, and that's the cool thing, because a lot of people don't realize this, right? People look at my channel, and they say, Phil, I don't get it. Your streams don't get a ton of views. Your on-demand videos don't usually get a ton of views. How are you making a living?
Screaming, screeching, begging, you know, autistic levels of just retardation.
Because I've done this for 18 years. When you get the legacy of work and the amount of the giant catalog of videos, right, that I have on this channel for posterity, like I said, yeah, in a week, I really don't pull in a lot of new views, but guess what? I still get 500,000 views a month, plus all the views I'm getting on Kick. I'm getting residuals on everything. You get that? Like, I'm getting ad revenue on all of those views. I'm getting all the partner program revenue on Kick. I'm getting a lot of revenue on the back end that a lot of people don't realize because I work my ass off. If I hadn't worked my ass off and I was a lazy bum, then I'd be desperate every single stream to have to bring in tons of views and attention, and I don't need to do that because I already worked my ass off in the past, you see? I knew what I was doing, just that everyone questioned my work. Oh, he's doing it the wrong way. Yet here I am, sitting nicely, having a great life because I already broke my back in the past, you know? It's paid off. I literally did break my back, didn't I? No. I had a back injury when I was young. When I was in my 20s, I had a severely herniated disc in my lower back. I never had surgery for it, but I had to go through some physical therapy, some back injections, and then basically I suffered for a long time with it until finally I lost some weight. I got a little bit healthier. I moved to a better place where I didn't have to do a lot of physical activity because everything's near me now. And it eventually got better over time. And now it doesn't bother me anymore. It's better. Now I work out so much. I built up all my back muscles. That's not a problem. Now it's my neck. Now it's this, my neck up here. I have a pinched nerve in my neck that every once in a while I pinch it really bad. And it just messes with my shoulder, my arm, and my right hand. And that's like worse. That's far worse than my back is now. But yeah, for a long time, I had a bunch of back issues, but now they're much better. Like, I don't think I'll probably ever have them again because now I'm so much lighter, healthier. My like I said, I built up the muscle around it and everything. So we're good.
Why are you gay?
You kind of gamed the system. Well, I gamed the system in a different way.
Okay.
I did it my way. You see, this is what people don't understand. Phil, you're always doing it wrong because you're not doing it the way that everyone else has done it to be successful on YouTube. You're right. I literally go against the effing grain. Like, what I do is always the opposite. I don't game the system. Wasn't the guy who's making the highly edited montage style thumbnail, clickbait title, bullshit video with everything faked and overacted. I was always just being me. And that's what I liked about YouTube, is that I could be me and still be successful. I was the guy that stood out because I was the guy that never really changed. And I was always honest, and I didn't shill or sell out, so I didn't have to kiss games' butts. And I also didn't have to be overly negative because it doesn't really benefit me to be overly negative about a game either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have made a video about Crimson Desert saying it's the worst game ever made. I also could have kissed its butt and said it's the best game ever, but instead I'm honest and somewhere in the middle. That's the video I put out. That's the kind of content that I want to make. But yeah, like the fact that I did it my own way, and now here I am in 2026 and I'm doing well for myself, and I don't really have to worry about daily stuff anymore like I used to, and everything's so much improved is amazing. Like, it took a long time to get here, but I'm so happy that I finally did. All right, guys, we got a little bit of extra time before we start with Dragon Quest. You guys want to chat about anything? What's on your mind? Tag me in chat. Here, I'll type in the kick chat. We'll talk for a little bit longer before we get started with Dragon Quest. But what do you guys want to talk about? And again, now would be a good opportunity. If you have a question to ask, if you want to get a contribution in and get me to respond to something, now would be the time before we jump into the game. That's why we do the morning show. It's also, as I've told you guys, my skin and everything is incredibly sensitive. I hate it. Like, I'm 44 years old. I still get crazy acne breakouts. I still easily bruise, and it's so bad. It's just, I've had it my whole life. It's stupid genetics. My skin sucks. So, you know, if my face itched and if I just went like this, I'd probably get a big red mark across my face all day. That's just how it is. Can I check out the new items on the Wendy's menu? Are there new items on the Wendy's menu? Because tomorrow we're going to do Taco Bell. They're not listing anything new. Like, literally, they don't even have a section that says new, so I have no idea what's new. Nice website. You have new items, but you've hid them so no one knows where they are. That's just a genius idea. There's literally no section on the website that says, here's new items. So fuck them. I'm just going to close it. I'm serious. Like, if you're going to hide your new stuff, then I don't fucking want to try it. If you can't be bothered to even on the main page of your business website say, here's what's new, then I don't give a fuck. They're too lazy. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't care. New spicy new spicy chicken sandwich with American cheese for $14.99. $14.99? Oh my God. I would believe that too, that it was $14.99. I would totally believe that. You know what? Let's see what it actually is. Now that we've said that, let's see how much the chicken sandwich actually costs at Wendy's. Yeah, see, I remember Wendy's. Here's how Wendy's used to be. You go into Wendy's, first of all, they were a brand that was recognizable. They were yellow and red. Those were their colors, okay? So you go into Wendy's, and it was a lot of wood inside, and then it was yellow and red color. So it was very vibrant, like it was synonymous with Wendy's. It stood out, okay? What was their best thing on the menu? It was the Big Bacon Classic, which they have today, but it's not the same. Their burgers actually used to be skinny burgers, but they were very big and wide and flat squares, okay? So when you got a Wendy's burger, it actually had some good seasoning. So anyway, we are doing DSP Tries It tomorrow. It's going to be 3 new menu items that are at Taco Bell. They have a triple stack Crunchwrap Supreme. Don't ask me how they're going to fit triple the amount in a Crunchwrap. All right, folks, I think we're good. I think we're going to get set up and started with Dragon Quest because people want to get maximum progress today, including me. We'll probably play for about an hour. Then I'll take my break. I'll take my allergy pill. And then we'll come back and play for another 2 hours. Let's try to get maximum progress. Now, here's the thing. If you stick around, we could still hang out and talk and have a good time. It's not just about the game when I play Dragon Quest. We can still talk and have interaction. In fact, if I just focus on the game, it's way more boring. I'd much rather be talking with you guys as I'm grinding through all the fights and everything. Okay, so I hope you'll stick around. Okay. All right, everyone. Thanks for a great DSP morning show. We'll have another one tomorrow. There will be another podcast this week. That's why I said what I'll probably do is I'll save up React stuff for that podcast. For example, there's this alien isolation thing that came out today. We'll probably do that later in the week when I do a formal podcast. That way we can keep the length of the morning shows down. But thank you so much for chilling. Awesome chill session. See you tomorrow for another one. Hope you stick around for gameplay. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye. Okay, let's get set up, everybody. Rose Diamond says it does have post-game bosses, I believe. Okay, so I did not know that. All right, let's get set up, everybody, for Dragon Quest, shall we? Let's go. And again, guys, please stick around and hang out with me, and feel free to ask me questions or whatever while I'm playing. That's what it's all about, all right? It's about an interactive session, not just me playing the game. Remember, I should bring this up, that on Kick now, you can actually be an anonymous sub-gifter. You can actually be anonymous and gift a sub, and it won't give your name anymore. That's a way to protect your identity if you don't want to get harassed online for supporting content. Just throwing that out there. Jay Kuma says, happy you're still enjoying Dragon Quest despite the level of support. Hopefully you get to finish it soon. Yeah, we're working on it, right? We're working on it, and we're trying our best to get through it, and I still like the game. It does suck that the support dwindled. But, you know, we've had a few streams that have done really well for support, to be honest. I'm not going to lie and downplay it. It's just not every stream, you know? Yeah, all right. I was actually just trying to kill the ones quickly that you could get quick. Where's this idiot? Get this guy out of here. Okay. Okay. What's going on? There we go. Okay.
What a bunch of fucking bullshit.